Welcome back everyone to Behind the Eye of Odin. I'm your host Eric. Sorry it's been a while. I've been kind of busy. You know how it goes. I do, however, have a couple of things that I'd like to talk to you guys about, and I'll be making subsequent videos in the future to discuss those topics. What I'd like to talk to you today about is bind runes and using them for protection. So bind runes are basically the combination of any two or more runes. Now the runes, as you guys probably have a grasp at this point, all have their own energy and their own uses. Now when I talk about bind runes, the way I do bind runes is I actually just draw the first rune, and then the runes that I want to incorporate, I draw those on top using as many lines as, or reusing as many lines as I can, or finding a way that I like the way it looks or the way it feels. However, when you draw a bind rune, all of the runes should be drawn in their entirety, even if you are crossing over the same lines over and over and over again. So just kind of an example, if I'm using Raido, which is the cart, and Elwaz, which is the horse, if I'm going to put them together to perpetuate my journey as a bind rune, I would draw out Raido and then use the first vertical line and the first diagonal line as the first two lines of Elwaz, which is the one that looks like an M, and I would draw them both in their entirety and just double cross those first two lines. At any rate, some of the bind runes that I've found work pretty well for me, especially with protection in travel because I drive a truck for a living, is I will use Aiwaz as the protection rune. Aiwaz is protection and strength and flexibility. I will also add to that Raido because of the travel aspect of it and the movement aspect of it. And occasionally I will also use Thurisaz so that I can keep my defenses up and drive defensively. I've altered those bind runes several times throughout the course of the past, but that's something that you can do personally if you want to go through and just look at the videos, kind of decide what covers, which rune covers what you're looking for as a protection rune, as a momentum sort of thing. If you're traveling, you'd use the ones that have motion, deal more specifically with motion. If you're looking to find love, not necessarily attract love, because that's something that you have to work on personally before it will show itself to you. But something that you could use as a focus on emotion and the emotion that you want to attract or that you want to have an easier time finding would be, for example, you would want to use Laguz because it is the rune of emotion, and perhaps Laguz and Dagaz, or Laguz and Suelu. One of the things that I found from Suelu, and I've stated in my previous videos, is Suelu is the sun and kind of all-encompassing. It reaches out into all parts of life. So if I wanted to more specifically understand the emotion that is ever present in my life, the emotion that I experience myself, if I want to gain a better control of that, I would use Suelu because it represents the all-encompassingness, and I would use Laguz because it represents the emotion and the inevitability of having emotion in life. And I might throw something in along the lines of, say, Elwaz, because I want it to progress through my life. Or, I just do some research and look through the runes and decide what it was I wanted to represent, or what it was that I wanted to get out of it. Now this is just an example, I mean, don't go out and say, oh, well, Elwaz and Suelu and Laguz will help me find love. It may help you see it, but won't necessarily help you understand what to do with it once it's there. That's something that all of you, in your own mind and in your own research and in your own understanding, need to learn for yourselves. I can't teach that to you. That's something that you have to feel for yourself. I hope this video was at least a little bit helpful to some of you out there. Once again, just to reiterate, bind runes are something that, drawn over the top of each other or put on a wheel, that's another way that they can be made into bind runes. Is you just, however many you have, you make a full stave and then draw the runes off of those staves on opposite or opposing ends, as opposed to the way I do it, which is just drawing over the rune itself. But like I said, I hope this was helpful for some of you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment, rate, respond. And sorry once again that it's been so long between videos. But until next time, thank you all for watching, and of course, Odin be with you.